All right. Sitting on the front straight here in a Veloster. In the previous tire model, you would have started the car by putting it into first gear, engaging the handbrake, and this can just be a button handbrake, and then you pull the clutch all the way in. You rev up, and the revs, you can then let the clutch out while keeping the handbrake pulled, and that tells you where your bite point is, so you can hear the engine letting off. So on the old tire model, you would have gotten to right before the engine bogs down, and then you go for a start. But that doesn't quite work with this new model. So you see we are wheel spinning like crazy, left a huge cloud of dust behind us. So how are we supposed to do this? Here is the method you got to use on the new tire models. So we are going to do the same thing. Button handbrake, clutch in, revs up, check where the engine bogs. But this time we're going to account for the wheel spin, and we're going to pull the clutch all the way up to where we're actually redlining, and we can hear the engine clipping, essentially. And now we're going to pull. Let go of the handbrake, and look at that. So that is the new method for the Hyundais, is you're going to be looking for the top of the rev limiter, and I'll demonstrate this in the Elantra here. It will work very similarly. All right, here we are in the Elantra, and we're going to put this thing into first gear and do the exact same start. Handbrake in, clutch up, throttle up, clutch down until we find the bottom of where the engine can go before bogging, and we're going to pull up to where it red lines, maybe just a little above that. There you go. And you let out you saw how fast I let out of the clutch there. It's a fairly quick process, but you're also almost to the top of first gear by the time that process is done. All right, so we're in the Honda now, and previously the only difference between the Honda starts and the Hyundai starts was that the Honda could let go of the clutch a lot faster, and you kind of had to drop the clutch a lot faster. But now, if you try that same start again, immediate wheel spin, immediately. So let's head back and try the same technique that we just tried with the Hyundais, where we rev it up, and then we find the red line right there. And you see right there, I tried to drop it a little too soon, and I got caught in a little bit of wheel spin. So now we'll rev it up. And that's why you need a little bit of a cushion past the red line, because sometimes it starts spinning when you're right at it. And there we go. So that's the Honda. Very, very similar procedure to the Hyundais. It's basically identical. Let's see what the Audis have. All right, next up, the Audi example. And you will find that, again, we're just pushing the handbrake in, clutch in, throttle up, first gear. We find where the engine red lines. And there we go. And that is how you start the Gen 2 Audi. And the Gen 1 Audi is the same as it was before. It doesn't have a handbrake, so you're gonna have to use the launch control. We put it into neutral gear, and then we just rev it up a little bit. Not very much. You see it's holding us at a very low revs. And that is something that you can change, is exactly where that launch RPM limit is. So if you want to change that personal preference, it is something that you can do either from the black box or from the garage. But we're going to hold those revs and we're going to shift up into first and be very gentle through first, because first gear is very short. We're going to try and get into second gear as quickly as we can. The goal is to get to third gear ASAP, smoothly as possible. And there is one other option that you can pull off in the Gen 1 Audi, and that is just starting from first gear. It ends up being similar to launch control. You just kind of have to modulate the throttle and get up into third gear as smoothly as possible. So let's see what happens. I'll try and jump up to about 50% throttle input to start. And only once I'm in third gear do I feel really comfortable getting onto full throttle for either of those starts. I got a very little bit of wheel spin there, but it worked out in the end. So that's it. That's how you start every single one of the TCRs, including the Legacy Gen 1 Audi. Good luck out there.